Well, it's Republic Day today, and it's a great way to be starting off the day with the new, well, not entirely new, but the updated Mercedes-AMG GLE 53. Now, if I talk about this vehicle, well, like I said, it's an update, so it's not entirely new, but there are changes made to the exterior as well as the interior and the powertrain, all aimed at making it better. So let's start off with the design first, and there are numerous changes done to make this car look smarter than ever, but well, it's not a beautiful car. Why it wasn't to start with. It still isn't a car that will captivate you with its beauty, but yes, it is a raw and muscular looking vehicle that has an imposing stance, and that's the real beauty about this design. Now the changes made include these new headlamps, and you can see especially the new DRL pattern. Also the bumper is new, the pattern here beneath the grille is new, and a small change but something I personally love is this new emblem for AMG. Also brings that true AMG character here. So add all of this with those massive chunky looking 21-inch alloy wheels, and what you get is a vehicle that looks muscular and imposing. On the back, not much has changed, but the tail lamps of course are updated. So all of these changes give the GLE 53 a bit of a fresh flavor, make it look a bit more athletic in this muscular suit. Now let's talk about the cabin. Inside the cabin also there are some subtle changes done, nothing that's really large scale, but again all of it makes the cabin feel much better than earlier. So you do have of course the AMG cockpit all around, which looks great, gives you a very nice sporty feel. Even the material quality that has been chosen, the sporty kind of a layout, the seats, all of it looks fabulous. Now the key changes in this update include of course the update to the steering wheel. Then you have got these updated design for the air vents that come straight off from the Maybach, and you also have now this cup holder here where you have the option of keeping your drink cold or warm. So you have a button to do that, and you also have the air package which allows you to have individual perfume air inside the cabin. So again, that adds to the feel-good factor of the cabin overall. You also have a 100-watt charger here. So if you're charging your phone using the cable, not the wireless charger, using the cable, you can get fast charging 100-watt, which is again something very impressive. Of course, when you talk about the infotainment system, the instrument cluster, or the ergonomics inside the cabin, again it's very impressive. The MBUX system again does a great job and gives you a lot of nice features. So you get connectivity, you get a good touchscreen, you get Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. So all of it is there. You also have this nice looking big sunroof. So any kind of a feature or comfort feature that you would expect in a Mercedes, well, it's there inside this cabin. I mean, even if I talk about the rear seat, in terms of space, be it legroom, be it the ability to slide your feet under the driver's seat, or look at the knee room, the headroom, all of it is good considering that this is a car aimed at performance, but still you get good amount of space. Then look at the seats. The seats are again decent, I would say. Yeah, I mean the under thigh support could have been better, but then again, let's just face it, it's a car made for those who are looking for performance over anything else. But at the same time, when you're going for performance, you do not have to compromise basic comfort. You get all the comfort that you expect from a Mercedes-Benz in this car. And that brings us to the most interesting part, and also the reason why anyone would buy this car, and that's the performance. Now before I go ahead and tell you more about the performance, if you have liked this video, made it so far, then please hit that subscribe button, press that little bell icon so that our videos can reach to you on time, and if you like it, do share it as well. And coming back to the car and its powertrain, well, in this update, it's not getting a new engine or something, but the engine has been upgraded. So it has a mild hybrid system. It comes with an integrated starter generator, ISG as they want to call it. And as a result of that, it gets an additional boost of about 20 horsepower. Even the torque has gone up as a result of that. What you get is about 430 horsepower and 560 Newton meters of torque. And that is all coming from a 3-liter turbocharged petrol engine. And that is more than enough to move this mass on the road in a very swift manner. Now, right from the word go, the turbocharged engine, considering the way it's been paired to this brilliant 9-speed automatic transmission, it just masks pretty much all of the lag that you can expect from the turbo. So when you're on the go, right from a standstill, there is hardly any turbo lag visible. Even when you're on the road and you talk about in-gear acceleration, or you suddenly want to execute that quick overtaking maneuver, again, you do not have to face any kind of a slowdown because of the turbo lag. So yes, the engine is very responsive. The transmission is great. It works well. When you want a comfortable drive, it'll do that for you. When you're in the mood to go fast, it does shift pretty quickly. And although it's a torque converter, it's not a dual clutch unit, but it shifts pretty quick. You also get these paddle shifters to get more control over the gearbox, which again comes in handy when you're really in the mood to take things sideways. And this comes with all-wheel drive, Mercedes 4MATIC technology, as a result of which you get good grip. Even the tires, they've got a lot of natural grip. And with the all-wheel drive system and the chassis, the way this AMG suspension, it's an air suspension, but it's got an AMG package, it's got the AMG tuning. As a result of all of these things coming together, what you get is a performance SUV that can go really fast in a straight line. It can really accelerate hard, put a smile on your face, but still go happily around corners at a ludicrous pace. I mean, looking at an SUV, you would not expect it to feel that light, but it doesn't mind dancing around corners. And all of that is down to that grip that I just spoke all about. And the suspension really does a phenomenal job. And the best part is, being an air suspension, when you're driving it in comfort mode, doing your daily drive, and you're encountering bad roads or surface undulation, it just takes it very nicely in its stride. So when you want this vehicle to give you a comfortable ride quality, you have it. And when you want to go blistering right through the road, right through the corners, again, this car has all of the material to fulfill your expectations. The acceleration is pretty strong. It will sort of pin you back to the seat, but not enough to really give you a big push. It's not a 63, it's a 53, but like I said, 430 horsepower, 560 Newton meters of torque. The way the figures appear on the paper, well, this gives you the real world performance to match those numbers. It is engaging to drive, and for any performance vehicle, one of the most important parts is the sound. And listen to the way this sounds once you fire up the engine. And how does it sound when you're on the go? Well, just fiddle around with the buttons, put it into manual, the exhaust, sports plus, shift down, and wow! That is an addictive soundtrack. I mean, yes, it's going to make you burn a lot of fuel, but it's also going to put a lot of smiles on your face. Worth burning the fuel. And the good part about this is the AMG controls that you get on the steering wheel. So whenever I want, I can, using these dials and the buttons, I can just change a lot of things. The AMG mode, I can change the gearbox settings, the traction control settings, even the exhaust setting. I can make the exhaust louder. I can switch between the individual, the comfort, the sport, or the sport plus mode, change the settings. All of it can be done using these two rotary knobs on the steering wheel. So when I'm really in the mood for driving fast. I don't have to fiddle with this touchscreen here. I can do everything on the steering wheel without having to take my eyes really off the road. So yes, that performance focus, the driver focus is really there in this vehicle. And that really brings us to the main thing. Is it fun to drive? Hell yes, it is. Yes, it's big, it's bulky, it is muscular, and that's the beauty of the GLE. It's not a beautiful car per se to look at in terms of design, but it's the sheer visual bulk that dominates and gives you that incredible road presence. And of course, the cabin, like I said, is good, it's comfortable, it's equipped with a lot of features, and the driving performance is exactly what you would expect from an AMG, which gets the number 53. So impressive performance, sounds great, can go around corners fast. So yes, if you're looking for an SUV that can be your daily drive, but at the same time give you the performance of a high-end sports car, I think this SUV achieves that in a spectacular fashion. The only thing we don't know about right now is the price. That has not been announced yet. That will be announced soon, but I expect this model to be priced at upwards of rupees 1 crore, and for that price it is an expensive car, but considering what you get for all of the money you spend, I think this vehicle makes a strong case for itself. Let us know what you think about this car in the comments.